This episode of the Odd News Podcast is brought to you by Squarespace.com. I'm your host, Melissa Smith. Let's begin. Welcome to the Odd News Podcast, brought to you by Wichita State University. Today I have two great guests with me.
Oh, I'm Margaret.
I'm Alberto.
All right, and today I have some news stories we're going to talk about. And the first one I have here is a museum in Russia has hired a cat as their doorman. It started as an April Fool's joke where someone put in an application as a cat, and then the museum just went with the joke and hired the cat and is now an employee of this museum and gets paid in fish. And now people that come to the museum feed the cat, take selfies with the cat. Now the cat is getting fat because all these people are feeding him treats when they come to the museum.
That is awesome.
There's actually, I heard a similar situation in Japan where they hired a cat as a train station master. So it's kind of interesting to hear that cats have really good job opportunities in today's society.
That's great. Yeah, equal opportunity for everybody is what I say.
Including cats.
Yeah, I want to see like a lizard run an arcade or something.
Our next story comes from Georgia. This man broke into a house to use the owner's Wi-Fi and his shower. And when he was caught, he was naked. Why he was naked is he said he was doing laundry. He got into the house by going through the dog door. He says he used to live in this house, apparently, with this guy, but no longer lives with him. And he says that he told police why he didn't notify the man that lives here. He said he didn't want to bother him.
Is he homeless?
I would assume so if he needed a shower and laundry. Pretty interesting what people are doing for Wi-Fi these days.
Definitely. There's free Wi-Fi. I think McDonald's has free Wi-Fi. Libraries have free Wi-Fi.
Google has that thing in Kansas City where there's free internet.
Absolutely. No need to break into people's houses. He's being charged with first-degree burglary.
What did he steal? Laundry detergent?
Water?
Stole Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that too. Wi-Fi is expensive.
There is a man who broke into a Five Guys burger place. Have you ever been to Five Guys?
Yeah, I love Five Guys. I like their French fries.
Well, this guy does too, because he broke in and started making himself his own burgers and fries and got his own drink and everything. This competing burger place, Wayback Burgers, which we don't have here, but they have offered him, if he confesses to the police, if he turns himself in, they've offered him free burgers for a year after he goes to jail.
So he is in jail this time? This person's actually in jail this time?
He will be if he turns himself in.
He's on a run.
Yeah. Fugitive of the law.
Fugitive for hamburgers.
A real life hamburger.
If you were in this situation, would you turn yourself in for the free burgers?
I think it would depend on the type of burger. I mean, I've had some burgers make it worth it, but if it's just a run-of-the-mill cheeseburger, I don't think I'd commit a year of prison for it.
I don't really like hamburgers. If they offer me chicken tenders for a free year, I would definitely go for it. But hamburgers aren't really my thing. Unless it's a turkey burger, then I will totally do the time for that.
Yeah. So you got to negotiate a little bit with them. See what they'll give you. It just says burgers, so I don't know. Could talk up the deal here and get some fries out of it and a drink.
You know how much money you could save? That's crazy. You could eat lunch and dinner and then just skip breakfast.
Unless they just give him enough burgers, it's all at once. They're supposed to last him the year.
65, here you go. What you got in the back there? Oh, just a year's worth of hamburgers.
This next story is from Starbucks, where a man was upset because, where they put your drink name or your name on the receipt. He ordered a grande white chocolate mocha, and they wrote on his receipt, "Diabetes, here I come."
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, this man was not pleased. He was very upset because he claims that his sisters have diabetes, which is why he was upset about that.
Does he have diabetes?
I don't believe he does at the moment, although
it's coming down the pipe.
Yeah, I've had that white mocha myself. It's pretty sugary, so.
Don't you work at Starbucks? Do you ever just have the wrong name on purpose just to be hey, just to mess with them or people you don't like?
I've spelled names incorrectly on purpose, but that has to do more with they were very rude when they order. not really I'm just going to ruin someone's day. It's they've already ruined my day.
All right, nice little Starbucks endorsement. Starbucks, if you're listening, we could always use a sponsor. Thank you. All right, we're going to take some calls now, and we're going to see if the phone lines light up here. Okay, great. Hello, caller. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Garrett, and I'm calling from Kansas State University.
That's great. We're reaching all the way out to Kansas State University. I'm glad to hear that. What is your opinion on the man with the diabetes? Here I come on the receipt.
Let me tell you, that is crazy. I mean, as far as, like, people you're going to give it to, it's definitely one of the worst-case scenarios to give it to a guy who has two sisters that both have type 1 diabetes. And I like how in the article it says the Starbucks manager says this is not in line with company policy. You know, just in case you thought that it was company policy to write insulting things on a receipt.
I don't know if that really helps anything at all. Sometimes, managers will say things like that and it doesn't always smooth things over.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to smooth over a situation. You can't take back what that employee said, and there's no way that guy's ever going back to a Starbucks after this experience.
What do you think about the Hamburglar story with the guy breaking into the Five Guys and then getting offered free hamburgers for a year from a competitor?
I think, did these competitors did they not know what he did? He stole from a store. Is that really the kind of customers you want to be advertising to come in? Like, hey, we know how you robbed our competitor, so please come into our store now. Like, I feel like they're just kind of opening themselves up to get robbed.
That is an excellent point.
With all the hamburgers they're going to give, it's almost as much as robbing it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Maybe he is robbing them by taking the deal.
Make sure he has a drink and fries, though. Make it worth it.
That's true. Yeah, we were talking about earlier that, is it just hamburgers or does this include fries? Is this a meal? We want more details about this deal here.
I mean, if it's just hamburgers, it's not really worth it. Everybody knows you don't go to Five Guys for the burgers, you go for the fries.
Yeah, they might as well rename it Five Fries, Fries, and More Fries.
What did you think about the story with the naked burglar breaking in to use Wi-Fi?
I can see his logic on that. If he used to live with the person, he's like, they're asleep, I'll just go in, do a few loads of laundry really quickly, and I'll just steal some Wi-Fi so I can send out some invoices. I mean, I can see the logic to it. Is it a good idea? Not at all. Because there's also, laundromats, Those are things that exist in the world that have free Wi-Fi. And also washing machines. It's pretty terrifying if you just walk out into your living room and there's just some naked guy just hanging out.
That you know this person because he lived with you. So I think that'll make it a little bit more terrifying.
It's like chilling on your couch naked.
Yeah, I did forget to mention earlier that the reason he said he was using the Wi-Fi was to mail out invoices. So he was doing business.
Naked in the... Okay.
It's really when I'm most productive.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what it is. He's more productive naked. It didn't want to go to a laundromat or something because he knew it just.
I mean, it's unlawful to be naked in laundromats, to my knowledge. Yeah.
What did you think about the museum hiring a cat first as a joke and then the cat stuck around?
I think that's pretty great, and I wish I could get a job like that cat. The cat was just hanging out, and they're like, oh, haha, what if we hired this cat? Like, why can't I get a job like that? But if I just stand outside of a company every day, they're not going to hire me. That cat's got a pretty sweet life.
Yeah, I was also wondering, is that cat allowed to just roam the museum?
Is it in a cage? If it's in a cage, that is super not cool.
No, he has his own little...
Does he have a cat box?
He has a little pen area?
Little playpen with things that jingle? Because cats like that.
I don't know if he has toys. I think he's busy with the museum people, interacting with them. But he's got, looks like a little stand thing, little pillow. And it does say, he has a litter box for when he needs that, and he's definitely getting plenty of food. So I think he's living the high life.
Yeah, they said he was getting fat from all the treats.
Yeah.
That happened to my cat. My dad gave him too many treats, and he got fat, and he got diabetes from so much treats.
I mean, maybe that cat went to Starbucks too much. That's where the treats were from.
I also think cats are really probably the worst greeters. I mean, cats don't care about people. Like, if you want an animal greeter, I feel like you'd go more the dog route.
Yeah, some kind of like farm animal that's just mostly pettable, but not really like manageable. Like, I don't see a sheep like going around and jumping on huge expensive museum stuff, but like a cat, I can totally see it just scratching up a Van Gogh.
Yeah. Poor cat. If they declaw that cat, our cats were declawed, and we declawed their front paws, but not their back paws. One of the cats did like to bite on things, but we ended that. I mean, they died of natural causes.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Maggie's cats. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, caller. We appreciate it. We appreciate you listening all the way from Kansas State University. Keep on listening. Call in again.
Thank you. It was an honor.
All right, this has been another episode of the Odd News Podcast. I'd like to thank my special guests,
Margaret.
Alberto. It's been a pleasure being here. Thank you very much.
Well, thanks for coming on, and join us again next week on the Odd News Podcast. To find out what stories we're going to be covering next week and to find out how to call in to the show, follow us on Twitter at Odd News Podcast.